Head to Steelers camp where Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf still figuring things out. Mike DeFabo writing in The Athletic. While Rodgers' quick release has married well with DK Metcalf's ability to win on slants, the QB hasn't been able to unlock his big play threat downfield. Rodgers did find Metcalf on a deep cross thanks to some blown coverage, but that touchdown is the outlier. Is anyone losing confidence in the Steelers, if you had any?
Well, Brou had some.
Well, let me set the record straight.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I am not Aaron Rodgers is not my guy. All right? The Steelers are not my team. All I said was that I have upgraded them from experiencing Mike Tomlin's, because you weren't here, Mike Tomlin's first losing season, which is what I was saying for about a month. Nick jumped on it and said, no, that was my take. I now think, and even this news was not good. Okay. Like, you read the whole story, like, it looks like Rodgers just hasn't played very well, right? But I still think, Greg, they're capable of winning 10 games. And I said I'm battling between them and the Steelers to get that second playoff spot in the
them
AFC
and the Bengals.
North.
Between them and the Bengals.
I'm sorry. Yeah. A week ago, I was leaning Steelers. Now, some of this is also, I'm starting to believe more in the Bengals, too.
Oh, okay.
I think look, I get it that the defense is going to struggle, but I'm thinking Burrow and company are here for business this year. So I'm 50-50 now between the Steelers and the Bengals.
Well,
but yeah, losing a little faith.
Can I tell you?
Some of it's
yeah, okay.
So this is why Wildes correctly was identifying you as not so much the Steelers guy, but the Rodgers guy.
Yeah.
Because,
How?
well, 3 years ago, during predictions week, in Aaron's last year in Green Bay, you picked the Steelers to make and lose. The Packers to make and lose the Super Bowl. That happened.
What? Are you?
Yes, yes.
No,
yes.
I could not have done that. Because you know,
I
even
know,
when I've defended
I know,
Aaron
you
Rodgers,
said the
I've always
NFC
said
Championship games, and
is
it was a
kryptonite.
whole thing where you were like, and despite that, he's going to do it this year. It's on the world's #1 YouTube page.
Losing my memory.
And then his first year with the Jets, me and Wildes begged you not to fall for the banana in the tailpipe, and you did.
Who knows what would have happened
exactly.
that year?
Good point.
As evidenced by last year, you, by the way, picking the Jets to win the AFC East.
He has to just be a little
pick
bit
him
better than
every
Zach
year.
Wilson.
Did I pick him to win the
He just needs to be better than Zach
You're
Wilson.
upgrading my predictions a tad.
No.
I did pick him, I think, to make the playoffs.
No, it was AFC East that the Bills were going to finish second and make the playoffs. 100%. We had the graphic on our wall for months.
I don't know, Greg.
But Hubs, put it on the screen if you can pull it, the one you showed me before the show, because I checked. So,
Hubs isn't on this?
Well, I was like,
Hubs is fudging graphics now?
It's from the world's #1 YouTube page. Everyone can see it. It's no problem. You love Aaron Rodgers. You can't quit Aaron Rodgers, and you're ultimately going to pick Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. I'm leaning. I'm
You're 50-50,
but Bengals are coming on strong.
Greg, do you think he should lose faith, considering this report says he can't throw the ball to DK Metcalf, who we were excited about for a while?
Yeah, Brou should definitely lose faith.
Wow. Oh.
You should lose faith. Look, I actually picked them last year when he was with the Jets to make the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
And I also, towards the end of the year, said, I'm done.
Yeah.
I am out. And I'm holding true to that. I have no faith. Like, I understand why there's this idea of, man, it's so exciting because we've been enamored with just his career. And it is great. But this is the resume of Aaron Rodgers that we all see. Like the 10 Pro Bowls, the 4 MVPs, the playoff appearances and the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl MVP. And the reality of it is his coach has been impressive that he's playing for now as well, Mike Tomlin. Yeah. Their resumes collectively are impressive. First thing you talk about with Tomlin, no losing season. What other coach can say that? You don't have that. And then you obviously know that he won the playoff with 2 playoff appearances. But the real reality is this is what they are now. Oh, wow. When you look at their latter end of their resume, Like the Steelers playoff appearances, 5.
Last 8
no
years.
wins. This is the last 8 years.
2 playoff
Aaron Rodgers,
and he was on
2
some good teams.
playoff wins. Like this is the reality of what you're getting, and you may not even get that. Like, so, and when DK, the frustration with DK and why we look at DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers as potentially exciting because of what we've been able to see with Aaron Rodgers over the course of his career. He's a great deep ball thrower. He thrives off 20-plus, 40-plus yard passes. DK Metcalf, you close your eyes, you think about DK Metcalf, you think about him catching a deep ball down the sideline, scoring touchdowns. Well, if they're struggling to have that type of a connection, who else is going to step up outside of the tight end? We know they're a run-first team. You got to support Aaron Rodgers in every area of your offense at this stage in his career. And so for me, I'm out on them because.
So what is do you think they could have their first losing season?
I do believe this on the board. I do believe it's on the, and again, Mike Tomlin's a great coach. He's always found a way.
I will say this quickly, Nick.
Yeah.
My problem or my concern going into this season has been, is Rodgers gonna, act up, destroy the culture, whatever. Now it's like, you probably say, yeah, he might just not be good.
Correct.
Good
yes.
He hasn't played really well the last 3 years.
That's the point. I think that where Wildes and I have been in lockstep the last couple years is even if you get best behavior, he's not the player people think he is. And the fact that he's not the player that people think he is tends to bring out some of the bad behavior. And bad behavior I put in quotes, but you know what I mean? Not actually bad stuff, but like the lack of accountability and the issues that are, pointing fingers, not thumbs stuff pops up for a lot of aging legends. And the other thing that we had on the screen at the very beginning, but I saw in my paper is the Athletic outlined Steelers issues emerging from camp. Run game, vertical pass game, who's wide receiver 2, and young tackles struggling. You know what another too long didn't read? The offense. The run game, the pass game, the offensive line, that's the offense.
Tight ends, though.
Freiermuth and DK.
Work.
And it said wide receiver 2. So DK when he's not going vertical and Freiermuth. I mean, that ain't great. No. It ain't great.
All right, head to the coast. Stafford. Week to week, hasn't practiced in training camp, period. And today, friend of the show, Ian Rappaport, says he's got an aggravated disc and had an epidural. Not good. Bat signal went up for Jimmy G, who's currently running the offense. Brou roasted you yesterday about Stafford. It wasn't great.
Did he ever?
Yeah. Are you worried?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't play, they're cooked because they might pretend. They
play.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Great. Okay.
I mean, here is their backup quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, since he left the warm bosom of Kyle Shanahan.
He's in the warm bosom of Sean McVay.
But I thought his body betrayed him, Brou.
What is it? He's had a few years to get it back.
Okay. That won't play. And so, yeah, of course I'm worried. I think McVay, I think McVay is a top 5 coach. I have him ranked higher than some coaches. Oh, he's won a Super Bowl too, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say some of your coaches that have won Super Bowl.
Yeah. Lost one too.
He's been to 2. I think McVay has an argument. He's the second best coach in football. I love Puka, and I think they've done a really good job on the fly rebuilding that defensive line post Aaron Donald retirement. I thought that was remarkable. But the offense won't work without Stafford. And Stafford, we're talking epidural and, you know what I mean, that right now he couldn't do, the LeBron's Pilates workout. That is concerning to me.
Well, look, I put a call in or got in contact with our guy, David Chow, former NFL doctor. He brought up 2 comps. One, guys who've had this situation, because it's about the nerves, he said. Yeah. Tony Romo, who had to get surgery because of this, But Phillip Rivers, I think it was 2014, who had this condition and then didn't miss a game. And Rivers, like Stafford, was an Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
So I think Stafford will play. Florio reported that he's going to start working out later this week. I think he'll play. I just think it'll hamper him, like it has in not this injury, but the various injuries he has had have hampered him over the last 3 years.
Yeah, I think it was it yesterday or a couple of days ago when we did the 1 to 10, how worried we were, and I was a 7, and you were a 10 actually.
Yeah.
Like I'm very concerned, and I can understand getting the epidural and why you would do that. You know, minimize the inflammation and just feel good. Anytime you get, I've played in this league, and I've been in situations where I've got an injection, and it feels great for a period, and then what doesn't happen is the opportunity that truly provides for us to then work on like the biomechanics of how we're moving. Guys don't do that because, and what I'm talking about
you don't
is
feel the pain.
Because no, it's not even about that. The moment you get these shots, these steroid injections, there is no more pain. Most case scenarios, and so naturally you're like, oh man, this feels good. I don't even feel that anymore. Right. And so you go performing as though there's nothing wrong.
And then when it wears off.
And then when it wears off, or it wears off. Then it's like you haven't fixed anything. Right. And so my concern is if it works, great. He's going to be able to perform.
Yep.
He'll be able to get on the field. But I look at down the road, and if it doesn't work for the entirety of the season, this is his last year.
Yeah.
Like he can't keep doing this. And so but to your point, if he's not available, and he's not available to be Matthew Stafford that we know they're done.
Yikes.
So the
season's over already.
You guys are right.
Well, no, the glass quarter full is they are doing the rare team thing rather than understating. They are overstating the injury because part of the negotiation, remember, he want to be traded, get more money. Part of it was be ready in September. We'll give you most of August off, buddy. And you know what I mean? That is I'm not saying I think that's likely, but it's not off the board that the plan was for him to miss a lot of training camp, but they don't want to say that publicly.
They started 1-4 last year and then turned it around, so maybe they start slow and pick it up. We've got Sean Payton talking about Bo Nix, but before we go, we also, courtesy of our First Things First news desk, they found your predictions week that you were claiming was a fake doctored AI tape. Take a listen. We'll be right back.
That the following predictions
for the entire year.
Their roster on paper.
Brou finds a caveat to bail on his predictions mid-season or even earlier.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.